Am I recording?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey YouTube, welcome back to Russ's Rad Reviews. Today I've got a different video for you guys. We are going to be doing episode 2 of the unboxing series. What we have today is a donation from a fan. She let us borrow this to go over with you guys, and it's a Crosley Cruiser Deluxe in turquoise blue. It's a 3-speed turntable, and it is a portable briefcase turntable. On the outside of the box, I mean, you've got two faces here of the same, basically the same thing. What we have here on this side, I'll just read it real quickly for you, is the Cruiser Deluxe 3-speed turntable, and basically it's designed to reflect the styling of yesteryear, which I don't know what that is. This portable 3-speed turntable plays 33 1/3, 45 and 78 RPM records. That's pretty cool. And then they talk about the modern conveniences it has, the portable audio ready, full-range stereo speakers, which is pretty cool. We'll actually test those later on in the video and see if they're actually, they're full dynamic. You get a headphone jack and RCA outputs, so it's pretty cool. But anyway, let's get into this and unbox it. So you've got your power source here, your plug goes in the back of the turntable. Then you've got the physical turntable. Just packaging and the other stuff in here. You've got your instruction manual here, which tells you how to put your mat, your slip mat and stuff on it. Any questions, problems, concerns, it's, I highly recommend reading this when you first get basically anything, because you're less apt to make a mistake. Alrighty, so here's what you get. Looks like a little briefcase. It's actually kind of neat. The only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't have the little pegs in the back here, so that if you were actually trying to store it like a briefcase, you can sit it down. This kind of wobbles on the hinges, but it does have, it's meant to be set flat like this. You've got your power and your surround sound speaker stuff for here. You just plug this in the back of an equalizer, which is what you would see in our Rad Russ videos, and you could use this to connect to the speakers. You've got your power input, your headphone jack. That's it. You've got your 2 stereo speakers in the front, which kind of surprises me. I would think they'd put it on the side to get more of a surround sound, but that's just me. #audiophile. Oh my god, illegal drugs. Just kidding. It's the actual record rate. You've got your slip mat here, which obviously, because this was already used by someone that's already installed. You've got your spacer for your 45s, your swing arm with your protective cover here. And I did make a mistake. That aux cord that I showed you in the back, that's for a phone. Your headphone jack's actually right here. You have your on-off switch here, your pitch adjuster here, and your volume control. So it's very, very standard for your in terms of record stuff, like what comes with it. In terms of construction, this seems like legitimate leather. I don't know if it's that fake leather stuff, but it seems to be decently well built. Now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna put a record on. We've got Journey Frontiers here. Stay tuned for this review. This is gonna be the next video to come out. And this is something that you guys should definitely consider thinking about when you're going to buy one of these, because if you're thinking for a tabletop, thing, you have to take into account that's how much space it's going to take up. So you got to leave a bubble of protection for the record. I also don't like how close the record is to touching over here. It's almost rubbing. It's like family reunions where that really touchy aunt comes over and tries to kiss you on the mouth. It just makes you uncomfortable. Anyway, what we're going to try here is the swing arm. We're going to actually try it, and John can figure something out with the audio and stuff. We're actually going to try it out here. So we're going to turn it on. Oh wait, that's Bluetooth. There we go. See, always read the instructions. Here's something that I don't like about it is and it's not a very big deal, but when you've got a turntable like mine where you've been spoiled with an automatic swing arm where you don't have to drop it, you just kind of have to notice it. But you would lift this up off the thing and set it down, and look at that wobble. That is an attractive wobble. It does have one of those, which is nice, where you can kind of set it down. You can actually set it down the same way if you do it like this, and then you just kind of set it nice and slowly down. See how I missed? So that's how you're supposed to do it. I'm not a super big fan. The swing arms seems cheaply made, but for the price, for $69.99 plus taxes and whatever else you have to get, it isn't a bad turntable. It's just once you start getting up closer to $100, you really have the option to start buying mediocre to semi-nice turntables. I think the whole premise behind this Crosley turntable, and Victrola also sells one, is that it's a portable turntable, so you could bring this to a party or something. But it seems like a niche market, because if you're at a party where there's people dancing and stuff, why would you want one of these on the table when there's, you know, shaking the friggin' record around, scratching the hell out of it, you know? So, but in terms of artwork stuff, I'm probably going to give it an 8 out of 10. It seems well designed, other than, you know, the swing arm stuff, but for the price, it's well constructed. The box was nice, it was packaged really well. There's no songs on this, but in terms of audio quality, which will replace songs, I'd give it probably a 6 out of 10. You can't really go crazy with these speakers, but it's a nice addition to have the ports in the back to connect to an equalizer. Problem is I can't really give it anything higher to score, because these quality speakers, and to buy an equalizer, you're looking at like $100. In terms of how it's going to hold up, you know, today or probably in the future, personally, I kind of see these as a throwaway record player. And what I mean by that is, like, they're so inexpensive that if something broke on them, it would almost seem that for the most people, they just go and buy a new one. And if people are taking it out, you know, at parties and stuff, and it's going to be used, I mean, I think there's going to be some wear and tear on it, but overall, it's not one of those record players that's going to just kind of, you know, it's kind of a fad. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10, and the reason I say that is because for someone that wants to get into record collecting, it's the perfect thing to get for them. I mean, it's inexpensive, and it allows them to listen to vinyls and kind of start to appreciate the records of that record, you know, the audio, whatever I don't even know how to call it. Vinyl collecting, I guess, vinyl junkies, I don't know. But in terms of, like, if this was compared to the one that we use for the Rad Russ videos, I don't think I would be too happy having this long term, just because I've been spoiled with nicer record players. So, just to sum up my summary for this, is it worth picking one of these up for a friend or for yourself? Yeah, I'd say yes. I'd consider looking at the Victrola models though. This one will play 78s, which is really nice, but the Victrolas are a little bit cheaper, and they seem to have more colors. I guess it all really depends on what you want and how much you're willing to spend. But with that said, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here, close up this case, and we'll see you in the next Rad Russ review.